Welcome to my video about the top 10 spots in North Macedonia you should definitely not miss if you are heading to this cute little Balkan country. Yes, they've changed their name to North Macedonia, but a lot of the population is not happy with that. So when you're in the country, just call it Macedonia. And it's not a big deal, right? Despite being a tiny country, there's quite a lot you can find in North Macedonia that is really interesting and unique. For example, the Old Bazaar. There is Nasruddin Hoja's sweet shop, and I just got myself something that a lot of people actually crave for. A little bit of Angela Merkel. And this is what she looks like. So, the lady sitting behind me was really impressed by how well they treat the Turkish people in Germany. So they named this baklava after Angela Merkel. If you don't believe me, you can see it right up there. An elevator shop. You can actually come here and buy elevators. A bridge with a fountain in the middle. Despite being landlocked, a fascination with these ships along Vardar River and these really crazy trees right in the middle of Vardar River. And my favorite is this. This is a museum now, but this is a former train station, and it was bombed and it was later destroyed. And in 1963, when a massive earthquake magnitude 9 hit Skopje and most of the city was destroyed, this clock stopped at exactly the time of the earthquake, and it's still stuck there. And part of the reason this building has survived, because they don't want to touch the clock. Incredible. Now let's go see the top 10 places I promised you in North Macedonia. And before we go any further, these are not in any particular order. Number 1 on the list is the Monastery of Sveti Naum. The monastery is located roughly 45 minutes to an hour's drive from the Old Town of Ohrid, and it is quite easy to get there if you have a car. It is not only a really important spot for North Macedonia, but generally for Slavic Orthodox culture and language, because this is where the Cyrillic alphabet was invented. Unlike other churches and monasteries, this is actually quite a big complex, and the monastery is located in a really beautiful setting. From the grounds of the monastery to the surrounding nature, it is really peaceful and serene. And you can definitely spend a full day there without getting bored or running out of things to do. Even if you have not heard anything else about North Macedonia, I bet you have heard of the over-the-top, massive statues that are located in its capital, Skopje. And Macedonia Square is the epitome of all those statues combined together on a gigantic, really over-the-top way. On one side, you will see the Triumphal Arch. In the middle of the square, you will find a massive statue of Alexander Macedonian. And on the other side, you will see the old stone bridge of Skopje. And then you cross on the other side from the stone bridge and you will see the statue of Alexander's father and tons of other statues. I mean, there's no lack of statues here. Needless to say, it is a very busy spot, and it is one that you definitely don't want to miss when you are in North Macedonia. Number 3 on the list is the largest national park in North Macedonia, Mavrovo National Park. In summers, it is a beautiful park where you can do so many activities or just relax and chill at the shores of many lakes. In winters, it is an amazing ski spot. Even if you're not going to spend a lot of time here, I would definitely recommend to use it as a day drive when you are going from Skopje to Ohrid, because it is really scenic, beautiful, and that gorgeous black Drin river that goes with you all the way is just spectacular. Definitely worth a visit. Number 4 on this list is Pasha's Mosque, or the Painted Mosque of Tetovo. North Macedonia has been part of the Ottoman Empire for quite some time, and obviously part of that legacy is a lot of mosques. But this one is really special and interesting because it was one financed by 2 sisters, which was very unorthodox for the time, and when it was rebuilt later, it was decorated with the most vivid and beautiful colors that I have ever seen on a mosque. A really fun fact that I learned about this mosque is that the color yellow that you see inside is actually because of the 30,000 egg yolks used to make that color. Don't generally associate Balkans and North Macedonia with wine production, but North Macedonia actually has 3 beautiful wine regions. The most famous one is Povardarie, and it is located roughly an hour and a half away from Skopje, and it produces mainly red wine. If you are a wine person and you like to try different kinds of wines from different parts of the world, then this is one place you should definitely not miss, especially when it's so close to Skopje. Number 6 on the list is Vodno mountain and its giant cross. Vodno mountain stands on top of Skopje, and you can see the entire city from up there. It is really magical, especially around sunsets again. If you want to go all the way to the top to the Millennium cross, you can either hike like I did. It was a very pleasant 3 to 4 hours, really slow hike, or you can go up by cable car. Both are available. From the mountain, Skopje actually looks like a miniature Lego town, and I would definitely recommend not missing it, even if you're just going to Skopje. You can see this massive Millennium cross from across the city in Skopje, and it's even lit in the night. Number 7 on my list is Galicica National Park. Now, the national park is named after the mountain it is located on one side of, so the mountain is shared between Albania and North Macedonia. It is located quite close to Ohrid, and it takes about 45 minutes by drive if you want to go all the way to the top. The reason it's so amazing to go all the way up there is, one, because the way is really beautiful, but also because you can see 2 lakes from up there, Lake Prespa and also Lake Ohrid. I would definitely recommend heading there on the later side of the day so you can enjoy the sunset over Lake Ohrid, which is just magical. If you are in Skopje, you cannot miss going to the Matka Canyon. This place is actually really entertaining and it's quite fun, and it provides a little bit of reprieve from the busyness of Skopje. It is only about 30 minutes away from the center of Skopje, and it is very easy to get to whether you want to use the public transport or you want to go by taxi. Matka is actually a reservoir, a dam, which was built during the Yugoslavic times, and it used to provide almost all of the energy to Skopje, but things have changed since then, and now it acts more like a beautiful spot where people of Skopje come and enjoy themselves. If you're looking for more of an adventure, you can also head up to the Matka Monastery, which is quite high up there, and it will take you a full day's hard hike. Coming to number 9 is the Old Bazaar of Skopje. Skopje stood at a very vital point in the trade in Balkans, and it benefited its bazaar. It is actually the largest bazaar outside Istanbul. Can you believe it? You have to walk around and get lost in its winding streets, where you will find a lot of different really interesting points, including some old hammams that have been converted into art galleries. There are a lot of mosques, caravanserais, food places. It is a bustling source of social life and a lot of entertainment, and it is perfect for people watching if you are in Skopje. Ohrid is a really beautiful city, and it is located right on the beautiful shores of Lake Ohrid. The Old Town of Ohrid is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is really stunning. It is amazing to walk around. You will see plenty of beautiful little churches tucked away. There are gorgeous restaurants, there are cobbled streets, and there are houses that are full of beautiful flowers. It does not disappoint at all, and there are so many interesting places that just walking around, getting lost in the Old Town of Ohrid is a pleasure on its own. And do not forget to visit Samuel's Fortress as well as St. John at Canyo. The views are just breathtaking. So what do you think of these top 10 spots in North Macedonia? Do let me know in comments. I would love to get some feedback. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, you have an amazing day ahead.